The composition notebook. One of the most iconic utilitarian objects today, its marble pattern is unmistakable. But where did it come from? Finally, one man was curious enough to dig deeper to find the origin of this iconic design. He spoke to marbling experts, he researched in rare book libraries, he spoke to bookbinders. And what did he find? He discovered that this design originated in China thousands of years ago, came to us through Turkey, and was refined by German and French designers who made the first composition notebooks that we're aware of. Traditionally, these patterns were made by dropping pigment into a marbling bath. It's not until the late 1820s, early 1830s in France and Germany that a new industrialized marbling process is born. This pattern has been a design inspiration for over a century, influencing work from some of the most creative artists of our time. Michael Bierut has amassed over 100 of these notebooks over his 35-plus-year career.
It's one of those miraculous objects that both is iconic as a product, it has these iconic characteristics, but it doesn't seem to be proprietary. I've stuck different things on the front of these things over the years. Sometimes I've covered up the whole cover with something new. There are probably more square miles of this pattern as ink on paper than any other pattern in the world.
I think they were always meant to be cheap and almost disposable. I'm very much tradition bound, pardon the pun. I like it because I know that it works, and I'm very concerned about making these books last for the ages.
We love composition notebooks. We need them in our everyday lives to work, write, and create. But notebooks we know today have been designed to prioritize economy instead of quality and craft of the past. Typically cheaply made, with cheap board, thin paper, rounded corners, Singer-sewn binding, held together by a single strip of tape.
It's all stitched together in one thing here. I care about printed things. I care about the books in my library. I value them in a way. There's a way to take an object like this, keep its essential character, except figure out what is the very best expression of that.
I think the idea of a grown-up composition notebook is very welcome, mostly because it's something that doesn't exist, and also because it's something that every adult can attribute to a memory or an experience, something that's so nostalgic.
What if these notebooks used the newest technologies and the highest quality materials possible? That's where the Comp notebook comes in. Comp is a high-quality interpretation of the composition notebook, rooted in tradition and produced with the best modern techniques. Comp's corners have been kept straight for a cleaner look and conceal the edges of the book board covers. Comp's square spine uses the finest quality Italian Ceolux cloth instead of tape for added durability.
Oh, I do, I like it. I like this boards-on technique too.
Lay-flat binding allows the notebook to open completely flat, making for the ultimate writing experience. We've designed an optimized pattern from scratch through many different revisions and iterations that balances light and black shapes perfectly.
It's so classy, first of all. It's just like a perfect notebook for a kind of sentimental, cool adult.
The notebook will be available in both unlined as well as lined. As a Kickstarter exclusive, we're offering a custom tote bag with the purchase of 3 or more Comp books. These totes are made in the US and will be available in limited numbers.
This is the real thing. This is what all these notebooks have wanted to be all along, and finally, here it is.